Hey everyone, welcome to the Deep Dive. We love digging into pop culture history here, figuring out what makes things stick. Today we're jumping into the world of Daria. You know, the brilliant, super sarcastic animated show on MTV. Ran from 97 to 2002. Our mission today is to sort of unpack how Daria Morgendorffer, this incredibly smart, cynical teen, gave us such, well, biting commentary on everything. High school, consumerism, just life.
Yeah.
And how it became this huge cult classic.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? Daria wasn't just like cartoon noise. It was this sharp mirror, especially for kids in the late 90s who felt a bit on the outside looking in. That sense of disillusionment, the show just got it.
Yeah.
It made you feel seen, which was, well, pretty rare back then.
Exactly. That's really the core of it. So let's dig into what made Daria so unique. This wasn't your average cartoon. It was pioneering, really, this kind of smart teen satire. Very dry humor, sharp social critique. Way different from other MTV animation at the time, even, Beavis and Butthead, where she came from.
Right.
And crucially, it was one of the very, very few animated shows back then with a female lead. That feels important.
Oh, definitely. And I think that female perspective naturally led to a different kind of story.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about Daria being cynical, right? The show actually cared about character growth. Seriously. We saw Daria sort of thaw out emotionally over the seasons. Jane, her best friend, had real struggles as an artist. And even Quinn,
Yeah.
Daria's sister, the fashion-obsessed one, she dropped these surprisingly smart insights about social stuff, totally cutting through her own shallow act. There was real nuance there. People picked up on that.
It's true. And the origin story is pretty cool, too. Like you said, it spun off from Beavis and Butthead,
Yeah.
but they quickly gave her way more depth. And her look,
Yeah.
the green jacket, pleated skirt, those glasses.
Instantly recognizable. Became like a symbol of 90s counterculture almost overnight.
Totally. And get this, her voice, that iconic monotone. That was Tracy Grandstaff, someone who worked at MTV. Not even a pro voice actor initially. And Wendy Hoops,
Yeah.
she did Jane, Daria's mom, Helen, and Quinn. Incredible range.
Yeah, 3 really distinct characters.
And they made a point of not using celebrity guest voices. I think that choice really helped keep it feeling, well, grounded, authentic.
Absolutely grounded.
Yeah.
And that authenticity, I think, is why it shook off that initial, spin-off stigma so fast. Sure, some critics at first were like, oh, it's too cynical. But fans saw it differently. They saw it as this perfect satirical reflection of that specific 90s suburban disillusionment.
Right, like that famous line.
I don't have low self-esteem. I have low esteem for everyone else. That just nailed it for so many people. But, there was that tension with MTV later on.
Right, the network shift.
Yeah, MTV started moving heavily into reality TV. Daria's slower, more thoughtful style didn't really fit that new brand, and that's basically why it got canceled, even though it had this really strong cult following.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We should also probably touch on the representation debates.
Good point.
Lawndale High was, pretty white. And Jodie, the smart, capable black character, some felt she kind of fell into that model minority trope, the idea that success for one member of a minority group somehow overlooks broader issues or sets unrealistic standards. It's a complex discussion point.
That's definitely part of the show's context. So fast forward to now. Daria is undeniably a cult classic. It just perfectly captured that Gen X and early millennial skepticism, distrust of corporate stuff, fake enthusiasm, social climbing.
Yeah.
It hit home, especially, I think, for young women who related to Daria just refusing to play the game. And you could totally see its fingerprints on later shows, right, of what pops into your head.
Oh, for sure. The satire definitely influenced stuff like Clone High. And the deep character work, you could argue, paved the way for more complex animated shows like, say, BoJack Horseman.
Okay, one.
Even live action, like Freaks and Geeks, maybe. Sharing that kind of nuanced take on teen life beyond the usual stereotypes. And it's wild how popular Daria is now on streaming, especially after all those years where it was hard to find because of music licensing headaches.
Right, the music, that was a whole thing.
Yeah, so new generations are finding it. And again, Quinn's whole arc, her journey from just like popularity obsessed to someone with actual depth, that still really stands out. Shows it wasn't just skin deep satire.
So yeah, Daria was way more than just a cartoon. It was sharp, it reflected its era perfectly, and it really did influence how stories get told now, proving that being cynical and smart can actually be, well, pretty insightful, maybe even a little bit heartwarming in its own weird way.
It does make you think, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does the fact that Daria still resonates so strongly tell us about what we want from our media? That maybe we're still looking for shows brave enough to be cynical, yeah, but also find real growth and truth in their characters.
Something to definitely chew on. Hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Daria's world. We'll catch you next time.